Her name on the app was Rachel. She looked normal, cute. A brunette who worked in marketing and liked hiking. Nothing about her profile screamed danger. Nothing at all. Jake had been talking to her for a week. She seemed genuine, down to earth. She even wanted to go slow, which felt refreshing. They agreed to meet on a Wednesday night, a quiet restaurant, a little nicer than usual. He texted her when he parked. She did not answer. 10 minutes passed, then 20. He stood near the hostess stand, phone in hand, watching the door, starting to feel that particular kind of embarrassment that only comes when you realize you might be getting stood up. Then, a man walked in, mid-40s, scruffy, heavy-set, black hoodie. He walked straight toward Jake and called him by name. Jake had not made a reservation. His name was not on anything. So how did this stranger know exactly who he was? The man said he was Rachel's brother, that Rachel was sick, but she still wanted to meet, that they should drive just a few blocks. The sidewalks were icy. Jake asked why Rachel had not texted him this herself. The man said her phone had died. He asked for the address. The man said it would be better if he just showed him. That was the moment something deep in Jake's stomach said, no. He told the man he would rather reschedule. He turned toward the door. The man stepped in front of him, not aggressively, just enough to block his path. Rachel would be upset, he said. She specifically asked me to bring you. Jake said he would text her later. He pushed past. The man stepped aside and said, have a good night. Not warmly, not politely. It sounded like a warning. Jake got to his car, locked the doors immediately. As he pulled out of the lot, he saw the man standing outside the restaurant, watching him drive away. Later that night, at 11 p.m., a message appeared on Bumble from Rachel's profile. It said, why didn't you come? Jake explained what happened. A man came, said he was her brother. Her reply was instant. I don't have a brother. At 1 a.m., someone tried to log into his email, then his bank, then his Instagram, all within minutes of each other. The next morning, Rachel's profile was gone, deleted, completely erased. By noon, he received a text from an unknown number. It said, you should have come with me. More messages followed, from different numbers, different area codes, short, vague, unsettling. We saw you. Next time. Don't waste my time. You made it harder for yourself. And then, one message used his full legal name, not his username, not his app profile name, his real name. That night, someone knocked on his apartment door. He could not move from the couch. A second knock, harder. He looked through the peephole. The hallway was empty. Then, heavy footsteps, walking slowly down the stairs. He later called the restaurant, asked about the man in the hoodie. A server told him the man had been pacing outside for almost an hour before Jake arrived, watching the entrance, waiting. A week later, taking out his trash, Jake found a folded piece of paper shoved under the handle of a dumpster. His name was written on the outside. Inside was a printed photograph of him, standing in the restaurant lobby, looking at his phone, taken from outside the window. Someone had been watching him the entire time. He waited for a date that never came. On the back of the photo, 3 letters. You. Rachel never existed. The profile was created by someone, for someone, probably for many someones. Jake was supposed to leave that restaurant with a stranger. The only reason he did not was because he listened to his gut at the very last second. Story 2, Behind the Bar. Her name was Rebecca. She was on Hinge. Her profile looked legitimate. a work photo, a bar video with friends, a concert picture, a selfie. Normal, appealing, real. He asked her out to a local arcade bar that Friday. She said yes, then went completely silent for 4 days. 30 minutes before the date, she texted, "On my way." He pulled into the parking lot, nearly empty for a Friday night. Strange, but fine. He parked. Seconds later, before he had even turned off his engine, she texted again. She was having car trouble. She was parked on the other side of the bar. He looked up. The other side of the bar was nothing but dumpsters and a fence separating the lot from the woods. There was no reason anyone would park back there. No reason at all. He called her. One ring, then voicemail. Immediately, another text. "Please just come around back and help with my car." He typed back, "This doesn't feel right. I'm leaving." He put the car in reverse. That is when 2 men in ski masks came running out from behind the bar, straight toward his car. He floored it, did not stop, did not look back. He drove all the way home without music, without calls, in total silence. When he got home, he found a large dent on the trunk of his car. Someone had thrown something at him as he sped away. He had not even felt the impact. He had been that terrified. Rebecca's profile disappeared the same night. The police had no leads. Someone had created an entire fake identity, waited for him, set a trap, and they almost had him. Story 3. The man behind the voice. She was in her 20s, studying for a board exam, sharing a condo with 3 friends, stressed, burned out, lonely in the way that only comes from being surrounded by people, and still feeling completely alone. That is when she met Michael. He was charming, attentive. He replied fast, but not too fast. It felt perfectly calibrated, like someone who knew exactly what they were doing. They talked every day, then every night, hours on the phone, her lying on her mattress, staring at the ceiling, listening to his voice fill the room. There was one thing, though. He never showed his face on calls. His phone had been stolen. His laptop camera was broken. Always an excuse, always perfectly reasonable. Her friends noticed. They exchanged glances. If he really wanted to see you, he would find a way. Even a 10-year-old laptop has a camera. She defended him. She kept defending him. He kept pushing for explicit photos. Every call, every time. She refused every time. He sulked, apologized, then asked again the next day, like the conversation never happened. She suggested meeting up. He always had an excuse. Errands, family thing, emergency, busy, not in the city, soon, always soon. Then, close to Christmas, she made one final offer. "Come meet my family." He said yes, immediately, no hesitation. For the first time, she let herself believe it would be real. The day before they were supposed to meet, he called. His breathing was uneven. She thought he was stressed. Then she realized he was crying. "I am a catfish," he said. The photos were not him, stolen from an Indonesian influencer. His name, fake. His job, fake. His nationality, a lie. Everything she thought she knew about this person was constructed, deliberately, carefully, to get something from her. She ended it. He snapped. He called her shallow, blamed her, apologized, begged. Then, he asked if he could still come for Christmas. He said he had told his parents he would not be home. He had nowhere else to go. She blocked him, moved on. Life returned to something like normal. Almost a year later, she started posting on Instagram again. Selfies, life updates, cosplay photos she was proud of. She forgot one thing. They still followed each other. One night, after posting a story, a message request came in. From Michael. She did not open it, but the notifications kept coming. Eventually, she looked, And sitting there, sent just minutes before, was a photograph of the front of her house. She locked every door, ran upstairs, locked her bedroom, called the police. Then she heard the knocking, pounding, his voice from outside. Desperate, unhinged. "Please just open the door. We can talk." She crouched beside her bed, phone pressed to her ear, dispatcher keeping her calm. "We are on the way. Do not come out. Stay on the line." It felt like hours. Then, footsteps. An officer's voice. Silence. They arrested him. When the officer came to check on her, his face was serious. He was holding a knife. She had to grip the door frame to stay upright. He had come to her house with a knife. She still does not know what he intended to do, and none of the possibilities make her feel any better.